done.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy. Remember it so you don't have to. So Wahlberg's gang gets a ride with a guy who runs a plant nursery poorly located next to a nuclear power plant. Why do I get the feeling this is all streaming from there?
Don't! Mr. Burns, I'm afraid I caused the happening.
Simpson, you idiot! Now we're trapped in an M. Night Shyamalan film, and not one of the good ones! Either of them!
They start to wonder if anyone else could possibly be the interpreter.
The hands of the guild will be needed, plus 2 others. It is a ceremony of 7 sisters.
Sisters? The guild is women?
You will need a man who has no secrets, and one whose opinion is highly respected as witnesses. Touched together with their hearts as one, to bring strength to the moment.
Nice, Julie.
You will need a man who has no secrets, and one whose opinion is highly respected as witnesses.
You are not stoned, you are not high, you are seeing this correctly. A little boy with incredible detail is predicting the future of an ancient civilization by staring at cereal boxes. Cereal boxes! Oh my god, I'm crying! I'm actually crying! This is so funny! What is he going to see? The cookie crook will go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when Captain Crunch's neck goes snack, crackle, and pop, and it'll be great? Were the fortune cookies too hard to understand? I can't breathe!
All must hurry. This will all be over in moments.
Now, onto the spice rack, where I will predict the second coming of Jesus! Oh my god! Oh, I just came a bit.
I don't like anything! Mom and Dad suck! I wanna go.
Well, there's no doubt about it.
Our daughter is a twat.
Tired of not being able to keep your child under control?
This is what the morning after pill is for, you know.
Well, fear not, for we have the perfect solution. Try 80s movies. The 80s were a time when all children's media wanted to do was scare the shit out of you. And now you can bring their horrendous horrors to your home.
Hey honey, wanna see cute little mousies in The Secret of Nib?
My husband's dead, and my child is dying. Everything is trying to kill me, and my family's drowning to death. Ah!
Think your kid's upset? Wait until she sees a decapitated woman chasing a little girl in Return to Oz. From little monsters to the witches to something wicked this way comes. 80s films try to scare life lessons into your child's nightmares to the point where they can't even remember what those life lessons are.
But can't we get in trouble for showing our kids that?
No problem. Most 80s films have a PG rating, but that was back when it actually stood for something. Nowadays, it stands for practically G. So you can plead naive innocence to your cruelty.
When I killed your brother, I talked just one thing! Death, endless despair, sadness, 80s no.
Will she ever socialize
I
again?
hate mice now.
If she does, just show her Watership down.
Endless despair.
Thanks, 80s movies. What made me a stronger human being will scar my kids for life.
It burns. 80s movies, making modern media look like pussies for generations.
If you fail me, you will die.
He's already dead! He's in hell! Where else can you go from there? Is there a hell for hell? Is it a place just like this except the lights flicker and there's a leaky pipe?
Actually, there is a hell for hell.
Really? What is it? Next on TMZ! Oh, good choice. Give yourself a plus for that.
Yes.
Lou is approached by a secret agent dog named Butch, played by Alec Baldwin.
Yeah, humans can get a little emotional. You'll get used to it.
Ideal casting, having Alec Baldwin play a bitch. Oh, come on! Come on!
Flag. During the review, too easy a joke, replay last line, critic has to say something nice about the movie.
Man, this is a real tough break for the critic.
I hear you, Frank, but if you look at the replay, he clearly took too obvious a stab at an easily unlikable actor.
Right you are, Ken.
It looks like he's gonna try and say something positive about the film.
At least it's not Santa Paws?
And it is good. It works. The review can continue.
Have you ever considered the possibility that I'm giving the horse singing lessons too?
What?
Oh yes, I teach horses very differently from how I teach women.
Oh, I was wondering why my singing never sounded like yours.
I have also taught him the classic phantom movie method of seduction. Show her, Buttercup.
But I need to exercise outside for muscular stability.
Just do it!
Fine.
So soft, so smooth, this is sweet seduction. I'm so great at pushing all your buttons. Let me blow your mind with these melodies sublime. I'm a sexy prince with all these cool ass lines. Take pleasure in the screeching of my pride.
Okay!
They figure out they need to go to the far side of the moon to figure out who's behind this, which means leaving their incredibly, phenomenally bland city. Yeah, maybe 10 or 15 years prior to this, these designs will look cool, but something really weird happened when the movie Blade Runner came out. For whatever reason, everybody said, yeah, let's make every single future city in any sci-fi film look like that. And that's what we got for years. Super Mario Brothers, Judge Dredd, AI, Total Recall, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Cloud Atlas, Demolition Man. They all look like the exact same town. I mean, were the movie gods watching from afar saying,
Now hear this, every future city and film are to look exactly the same.
oh come on, you're barely trying with that performance.
Yeah, because no one gives a shit if we try on this one.
That's not true. These poor people are sitting through this review hoping, nay, praying that something beneficial can finally be connected to Pluto Nash.
I don't even get it. We're movie gods?
Yeah, did you put any time into this joke?
Probably not. It's Pluto Nash.
Well, how come you get away with half-assing it, but we can't?
You don't understand. I've sat through this buffet of blandness. I've tasted the nectar of indifference. I've suffered enough.
But we can't be making things any better. For as it is told, every time the name Pluto Nash is uttered, an accountant drags himself out into the streets and shoots himself.
That is complete nonsense. And apparently we live next door to accountants, but nevertheless, you do this with passion.
Fine.
Now hear this, every future city and film should look exactly the same.
Hey, I said with passion.
We are. Just with the passion of Kevin Costner.
Okay, good enough. Oh, come on, even the music's not trying? Curse you, Pluto Nash!
I will fight him!
Superman rushes towards Doomsday with the kryptonite spear, and he dies.
Superman dies in the second movie.
Well, don't forget there's even more than that. We use even more Jesus symbolism. Don't worry, we'll get through all the Stations of the Cross. Luthor is sent to jail.
See? I have a bald head now. I'm totally Lex Luthor. Why so serious?
And just when you think he's really gone for good, a few specks of dirt rise from his coffin, hinting that maybe, just maybe, he'll come back. Thus, we've combined the most famous Batman and Superman stories into one emotional package, giving you exactly what you've always wanted to see. Come on.
You know what I want to see?
No?
I want to see the Justice League at his funeral. But now
now I can't. I want to see a hero slowly stripped of his life in the ultimate battle instead of just being stabbed in one swoop, but now I can't. I want to build a connection with this Superman the same way he built a connection with me in hundreds of stories, but now I can't. I want to fear that this might be the time that Superman doesn't make it back, but now I can't. How many comics were there before Superman died?
I don't know.
Hundreds! Thousands! And how many movies did you make with him? 2. 2! You killed him in 2 movies and you barely even focused on him. You know what I want to see? I want to see you earn Superman's death. This isn't fucking Jimmy Olsen. This is goddamn Superman. He deserves your time and respect.
Ditto.